This is for Year 11 methods. We're going to look at question 5, and we want to show that this is the same as that, okay? And hence we can draw the graph of the equation. Now, the reason why you want this form is because that is a recognizable hyperbola. This is not in a form which we can easily read the left, left, right, and up, down shifts. So how do they get from here to there? I'll enlighten you. So we've got x plus 3, x minus 1. Now, because the bottom is x minus 1, I want to create an x minus 1 to the top. Okay, so let's create an x minus 1 magically. Okay, now obviously there's no such thing as magically creating something. We've got to compensate. Now, if I have x minus 1 to the top, we actually had x plus 3 at the top. So how do I make it the same? How do I go backwards, go back to x plus 3? Well, I obviously need to add another 4 there because when I go minus 4, minus 1 plus 4, that gives you a plus 3. Okay. Now, why did I do that? Because these are the same, correct? Okay. The reason why I wanted them to be the same is because I can separate this into two fractions now. I can go x minus 1 on x minus 1 plus 4 on x minus 1. Okay, just in case you're confused, like how does that work? Because if I had 3 plus 5 over 7, that's the same as 3 over 7 plus 5 over 7. Okay, so it works the same for algebra. Okay, so I've just grouped these two, and I made out of x minus 1, and I left the 4 over x minus 1 as well. Okay, remember when you have the same denominators, you can add the numerators. That's how I'm just going backwards. So x minus 1 on x minus 1 is equal to 1. You got 4x minus 1. Okay, and as they've written it, they've written as 4x minus 1 plus 1. Okay. Okay, great. We've got our equation. We want to sketch the graph of it. Okay, so we can see the graph has moved 1 to the right and 1 up. Okay, so I know where my asymptotes are. My asymptotes are at 1 to the right, which means it's over here. X equals 1. Okay, always draw your asymptotes first because that helps you draw the graph. And y equals 1 there. Okay, asymptotes done. I look at the shape. The shape's going to be positive, so it's going to be over here. I can draw this part easily and confidently because I'm not going to get any intercepts there. Okay, so that's fine. Makes it a bit longer. And I need to check out what my x and y intercepts are, if there are any. Okay, so let's find our y intercept. Y intercept x equals 0, so y equals, I'm going to use this equation for convenience. So when x equals 0, you get 3 divided by negative 1, which makes equals negative 3. Okay, so my y intercept is going to be down here, which means automatically the graph's not going to go like that, it's going to go down like that. Okay, so let's continue on with this. X intercept, y is 0, so we're going to make 0 equals, I'm going to use the form that's been simplified. So I'm going to move the negative 1 to the side for x minus 1. Now what I do is I flip both sides. So negative 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1 still. No, sorry, 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1 still. When I flip it, I get x minus 1 over 4. I multiply both sides by 4, so it's negative 4 equals x minus 1. So x equals to negative 3. Okay, so what's going on here is you've got a graph that's going to go down. Okay, it's going to go down like this. Whoops. It's going to go down like this. It's going to go down like that. Okay, I'm going to try and make it a bit better. And obviously there's an asymptote there, so make sure you don't cross it. Whoops. Don't cross it. So here will be your y-intercepts at negative 3 and your x-intercepts at negative 3 also. Okay. So I've drawn my graph, and because the shape of the first graph looks like that, I should readjust the top part of my graph. make sure it's somewhat similar. Okay, so we've obviously got a bigger gap in between, the cross and the graph. Okay, so hopefully that helps you get understanding of how to draw graphs like that. Just make sure your asymptotes are labeled, asymptotes are shown, your x and y intercepts. So I don't need a second point because I already have two already, and they're happy to be x and y intercepts, and your axis obviously labeled. So hopefully that helps.